This month it's cooperated up to this point. After all, it is summer. We know it gets hot here. What we are seeing, a pretty fun pattern, we'll call it. High pressure, just about 5 days now, has been sitting to our south and east. This supplies the heat, but it's not necessarily bringing us dry air, as we'll typically say during the winter. Right now, it's funneling in air from the south, and where you're seeing your blue shades here, this is moisture. We're actually looking at water vapor in the atmosphere, largely dry for northern portion of the state, but a little conveyor belt of storms is what we're seeing. It's another Colorado unique day. The terrain is driving our storms as the wind blows from the south, Raton Mesa and the Palmer Divide. This is our main two corridors that we are seeing. So do keep this in mind as we're into the dog days of summer. Southerly wind, this is a pretty typical outcome. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning likely to expire. The storm is generally falling apart. At 5:45, what we were looking at, though, was concerning hail just north of I-70, up to about 1 inch in diameter. You jump closer to Denver, dry air at the surface. As far east, storms will come to fruition. What we're seeing is all of these, look at these outflow boundaries, all these light green shades just all over the state. It's dry air at the surface. Dry air rushes out of the storms that are attempting to produce rain. That's really what we are seeing for now. You jump towards the western slope, we are actually picking up quite a few showers. Hey, very scattered in nature, but no lightning. This is what we haven't seen for quite a few days. So this pattern right now, we'll take any drop of rain we get for the Continental Divide and western slope. The remainder of tonight, our two little corridors are what we will be watching for our showers. Denver, north, safe to say you will stay dry, just breezy at times. Menacing clouds won't produce much. Overnight tonight, the conveyor belt of moisture. Very light rain for the western slope, but at this point, like I said, we will take anything that we get. As far as your melting forecast this evening, I told you high pressure is providing us with the heat. That still does remain in the forecast. 88 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds. Hey, a nice evening is on tap. Decent melting to eat it fast potential. Not a bad night to get out and enjoy when the ice cream man comes by, because we are in the dog days of summer. This 5-day stretch, 91 degrees is the average high. Remember the high pressure I showed you earlier in the hit? What we are seeing is that's acting like a lid on the atmosphere, and it's producing this, trapping in all of the heat. You're looking at mid to upper 90s out across the eastern plains, nearing triple digits for the Highway 50 corridor. Far too hot at the 70 and 80 degree mark for friends in the high country. So any plans, you will be wanting to incorporate heat as well as peaks of sunshine. Remember sunscreen, 10 to 2 p.m. That is the hottest window for the day on average. Sunscreen, hydration, you should be good to go. As far as our shower potential, this is what we're looking at for the next few days, similar to today. Terrain driven, Palmer Divide, as well as the Raton Mesa, the main two corridors of our widely scattered storms for the day tomorrow. So we'll be watching just hit or miss showers. All in all, not looking like too much comes to fruition. What happens Tuesday night into Wednesday? We are stuck between a monsoonal flow. This is the news we need. We will take all the rain we can get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. Monsoon moisture will be available. Kelly, we need it because the mid-90s and dry by next weekend.
Oh, and so the pattern continues.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
all
you,
summer.
Joe.